Alright, so this week everyone should be able to do the project. Some of you just might have to get a little more creative than others. So ideally, if you are doing it in Photoshop, which is ideal but not necessarily always possible, you're going to be creating an album cover. And this is the size of an album cover. Like if you go out and buy a vinyl record, it is this large, 12 inches, 0.375 by 12.375 inches. So that's what you should set your canvas to if you're doing this in Photoshop. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to make an homage, which, you're going to imitate an album cover that's already in existence. But you're going to recreate that album cover. And everyone can do this at home without Photoshop or anything. You just have to find an album cover that's easy to do this with. And then you'll submit as a JPEG your final. So here's some examples like Johnny Cash, Darth Vader, Yoko Ono, Princess Leia, David Bowie, Han Solo. So, you know, Dr. Doom, Dr. Dre, Michael Jackson bad, Michelangelo bad. So these are all examples of things you can do, not necessarily what you have to do. But like, if you see like here, this album cover, no text, nothing fancy. Everything you need for this, you could do pretty much with Google Photos. Same thing here. I mean, there's a little text, but there's all sorts of album covers you can work on that shouldn't be an issue. Like even if you had to, take it and just throw it into a Google slide and add text that way, or even throw it into a Google Doc and just add a text box over it. Like if I get insert, let's see. Insert here. A drawing, and I make a new drawing. And all my drawing is just some text. Like test run. This is my test run. Save and close, and then I got test run. And I can do that, and I can paste my picture in there as well. Like if I wanted to, I could have put a picture in here as well. So you can add an image. I don't know if I have a good image. Give you a picture of a piece of wood of some kind. Let's see what we get. Alright, so here's some bowls I made. So you could bring your image into here, whatever size it is. You're going to have some basic tools here. You can crop just without Photoshop or anything. Excuse me. And then you'd obviously want to do the text last to make sure it shows up because it is layered. Test run. So if you needed to do text, and we could do just some color for that text right over here, red or whatever. So you've got some options. So you got this Google Drawing you can use if you needed to add text, and then you get it in there. It's wonderful. So even if you don't have Photoshop, you can recreate a famous album cover. So there's lots of album covers, if you have the Photoshop availability to do it, but a big part of this is taking the photograph and recreating the album as it was shot. Now you also have to do a little write-up for this. So your album cover must be submitted as a JPEG. You should do a short write-up to provide some information that should be on Google Docs. So you could actually put your picture on the Google Doc and then your write-up. So that's what you got to do this week. Everyone can take the picture for this, even if you're just doing like this, the Yoko Ono album, and just change it black and white. You can do that in Google Photos very quickly. A lot of times your phone can just switch to doing black and white, so that shouldn't be an issue. If you have the Photoshop availability, obviously it opens up a lot of things and more possibilities for you, but that is this week's project. So good luck and have fun with it.